What's happening, folks, and welcome to another episode of Stars of Tomorrow, an FM23 series where we look at young talent on Football Manager and we see how they develop, of course, their careers. What players that I pick, I'm curious about, and players you give me in the comment section, or if you want to join my Discord and get involved in that, there's also a section there as well for this series as well. Down below is my Let's Play channel. I've just recorded, I think, 5 episodes of Resident Evil 4, but I fight 2 bosses in that series of episodes, so go check that out. They'll be released over the next few days, and yeah, go check that out. And also new Let's Plays on this channel as well. Hit the subscribe button on both of those channels and like the videos, it does help out massively. So today's player is Desire Doue. That's the first time I've probably got that name even remotely correct. Now obviously he's got a potential rating, this guy, of 180, which I've set it to that. It's the 150-180 range. And straight away you can see the main stats to keep an eye on are going to be the 4 that I highlighted there, which are dribbling 15, first touch 15, passing 14, technique 14, decent, okay, mentals across the board, and physicality kind of where you would expect it to be for a player at 17 years of age. Player traits, he's got 1 so far, which is used outside of the foot, and he's reasonable left foot and very strong on his right. Now, one thing I will say is we can't do a transfer fee test because basically he's just signed a new contract quite recently, so we can't do it, unfortunately, in this scenario. So straight away, as you can see, he's got obviously the potential is obviously set with the 180 in mind, so we've got that in the equation. But again, can make good positions, can improve on the future, balance and ability on the ball, make him very skillful, and then the last down below kind of things you can always alter yourself. Super nice. So roles that he's suited for are advanced playmaker, Mazzala, and holding midfield, deep line playmaker. So it depends on what traits we get here that would probably dictate what roles you could go for here. Now he could play attacking midfield role as well, but again, it depends on how these stats develop here and what kind of traits he has that may indicate which way we go with that or another. So 2.5 star current ability, sorry, and 4 star potential, maybe 5 star, depending on obviously if he reaches potential or not. Right then, so the first jump to go with, let's see what happens. Alright, folks, he's still at Ren. I think that's how I pronounce it. And obviously the main stats that we saw highlighted have increased. 2 of them have increased to 16, dribbling and first touch. Also passing up to 14, technical to 15. Got the determination to 16 and also the flair the same. And physicality generally increasing across the board by 1 or 2 notches. The player traits are basically 1 more, which is try kill balls often. Leading me to think excuse me, leading me to think he's more of a deep line playmaker in that position, because the vision is not terrible either. Good technique, good first touch, good dribbling. Maybe it could be a Mazzala with that dribbling, maybe. But yeah, looking all right there. Injury record, so look how he's going on here. Nothing there worrying me. I've seen worse than that. So career stats, right? So Ren, he's got a decent amount of football off the bench there. 1 goal, 1 assist, then 2 goals. And then this year he's got 1 goal, but not many starts. But then again, with the fact he likes to try killer balls often, it might be that he's more of a creative player anyway. So goals might be something we actually need to look at massively. Now, contract information. We checked especially the foreign club. It seems to be more of a thing that they will put on, like more transfer fee, release clause, and that kind of thing. There's no release clause at the moment there, which is cool. Valuation of 28 million to 85, the most pointless thing they've ever brought in. That's like, I can literally say between 1 million and 500 million. I was gonna say that. That's just not really helpful at all. I don't get what that's supposed to be doing. Hopefully they make it more realistic next year. I'll just tweak it, because I don't get. You see some really stupid valuations, and you get it just makes no sense in that scenario. So yeah, nice. Passing and dribbling and technique, definitely on playmaker role. But I want to see if he can move somewhere else. Let's find out. So he's still stood at Ren, and we've got more player traits, which is likes around the goalkeeper, uses outside of the foot, and likes to beat opponents repeatedly. So that trait of outside around the goalkeeper will lean more towards a attacking midfielder, shadow striker role, maybe potentially. But likes to beat men repeatedly. The dribbling and the pace do line up well with that, in my opinion. Now, injury record. Let's have a look while this is going on. So we've got one major, well, I say more than one major injury, but still generally not too bad. And I think he's almost reached his potential here. Not quite, but still got a bit to go. We start obviously 17 years old, this player, so bear that in mind. But yeah, the stats we thought would be the ones to look out for are the dribbling, first touch, passing, and technique, and they are all pretty high, which is what we expected. Mental's obviously 24 years old. You don't expect this to be more. You don't expect this to be that amazingly high right now. It can be, but it's not something I expect immediately. Now, again, these claws, nothing in there to talk about of note. So, is he getting more game time right now? So right here we got, right here, 1 tit. So 3 goals, 3 assists, then 3 goals, 6 assists, 1 on 1, and then 3 and 0. I think the 27-28 season when he got an injury. Yeah, it was. So yeah, I just feel like he's an interesting player. I think he's the traits say he likes to gets into more attacking areas, but I think the first touch, passing, technique, vision, and the clear was often kind of trump that. Do more deep end playmaker role. Who can maybe get balls over the top? Maybe not directly to the killer balls. Would indicate to me to the finishers. That's what I think. It's a ball that's killed the team and then there's a goal. That's what I see him as. I don't know if you guys agree with me or not. I'd like to see a description of that. Through balls, right? So it's not saying directly to the strikers, but obviously, by definition of a through ball, it could be to a finisher who's trying to score. So, but again, he's at Rennes, so maybe he goes to a bigger club, you know, with more chance to get on the ball more, maybe gets more goals and assists. Right. Let's continue. And he's still at Rennes, but we are seeing an increase in goals and assists on the bottom of the screen now. I've just seen it. I've not seen anything else. So again, pretty much standard, the same traits. Vision 16 is the one that's massively changed. Stamina, the pace is nice, well-rounded, good agility. So look, injury record again. Apart from that little period here when he got a few that were quite concerning, it's been relatively okay in my opinion anyway. So let's continue and have a look at it. So we got one. This is the kind of the years when we got those injuries and stuff. Then he gets more. Still time off the bench, still there. Then barely played that year, got 3 goals, 2 assists. But this year played more, got 6 goals, 3 assists. Then this year, look at that, 44 appearances, 10 goals, 9 assists. Where are they playing him? AMC. So he can play there. He's now more natural in that position. So yeah, the earlier report we had where it said basically he can play 2 positions is basically basically correct. He can play 2 positions. The finishing is not great, but he's got 10 goals and it's in League One, so it's not terrible standard of football in my opinion. I managed it of course on the PhP. Let's play. Go check that out. If you haven't seen it already, you haven't seen it yet. Yeah, so I think he's a player who can slot into roles, which is a big plus. The only downside is not going to see a transfer fee, unfortunately. I'm assuming there's still no release clause in here. No, there isn't. So it's disappointing. You can't force something, but obviously that valuation is now. That's mean that no one's paying that much for him. That valuation makes no. Look at those stats on him there. Makes no sense. Is it? I just don't get this. Even when I scouted players fully, it still doesn't give me valuation. That's really sad. I've signed players with this valuation, or I've seen people on stream, I should say, on Twitch. They say like 120 million to like 140, and they're signed for 75. Ridiculous. It's a weird thing. I don't pay attention to it. But again, I don't think that's a lot of fair valuation. But maybe you scout it more. I have to do more experiments on that. Like, look at evaluation of play at the start. Then when I get full scout report, does that change? Because maybe it does. I've just not noticed it. Maybe because I'm seeing those valuation of players I've already fully scouted when I'm in my save. I just look at a player who's not got full scouted, then see if that changes on it. It probably does. But you can tell I've not played the game much offline this year at all. But yeah, injury record's okay. Can play 2 positions. Downside is no fee to look at. Let's see if those double figures for goals continue. All right, he's gone to Barcelona, so we get a transfer fee. To cushion. Now the valuation down to 18 to 54 million pounds. I'm assuming. No, it's not. Okay, this makes no sense. Then I don't know. It's no information. I don't know. Anyway, Player traits, quite a lot to go through by the looks of it here. So, wow, a load of them. So, kill balls often, round the goalkeeper, outside the foot, deep get the ball, plays 1-2s, knocks ball past the opponent, tries to play with trouble, long range passes, beat and people runs the ball often. So, those traits, again, a mixture, but again, leans to what I was saying earlier. It could play a deep line playmaker role, or it could be more advanced forward, and a strong striker role, something like that. Transfer fee, £30.5 million. That's probably fair. So, Brennan 6-3, then got 10-9, and 8-2, 6-3. Barely played that year. Pointless signing him. Well, maybe not because he signed mid-season, didn't they? Then 8-4 and 2-3. So again, varied into the goals and assists that he gets. But what I would say is, for the fee they've paid for, it's a good fee. He's multifunctional. He can definitely play a playmaker role, control possession for you. Maybe that kind of unseen, the kind of like not glorious role where he gets the goals and assists. But then again, playing attacking midfielder, you've seen at Rennes, he got 10 goals a season, and close to that, 6 and 10, between 6 and 10 goals a season in that role potentially. So yeah, I mean, I would say sign him early. I've always played, I say sign them early because you run the risk of them not being looked after properly, not developed well enough. Whereas you guys are probably better at doing it than the AI is. I'm not, but you are. I'm assuming. But yeah, nice player. Just a player that looks like a really not. Is he the best midfielder in the game? No, but is he a player that could be a star in your team and really help you out and be quite solid? Yes. And I don't think he'll be very expensive either, based on what Barcelona have paid. And he's got an eye for goal. And I think every squad needs those players. That's not. You don't get these guys that are 18, 16 all across the air. Everyone needs a Herrera in that team, or Lucas Romero years ago. Remember Lucas Romero guys years ago? Everyone signed that guy. He was just brilliant. I did my team. He was my cornerstone of my team for years on my old FM save. So yeah, if you have enjoyed the episode, I hope you have. Hit the like button down below. Subscribe if you're new as well. I'll catch you all in this episode. But until then, thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.